Hello trainers, and welcome to another episode of Saccharum Versus. Today I have what was supposed to be a Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire OU battle. I'm also sorry that this is a little bit late. I got stuck doing a lot of weather work at home just because of the way things have been where I am. But I am here today, so this was a match between me and Evan. I got it off my live stream. I said what tier, he said Ubers. I didn't have Ubers, obviously. And I wasn't sure if he said Ubers or if it was someone else, but he said he wasn't sure. I don't really play by tiers, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go OU just in case, because if I brought a UU team, as you can probably see, I would have lost. But I put up a pretty good fight here. We'll see what happens. As he is carrying the Lucario, the Aegislash, the Groudon, the Greninja, the Kyogre, and the Mew. As I'm carrying Klefki, Landorus, T, Chansey, Lopunny, Excadrill, and Keldeo Resolute. This team is actually one of my favorite teams, so without further ado, let's just get going into the battle, as I was scared literally the entire time, because I thought this was a guy who kind of knew what he was doing. The team kind of was scary just because it was full of Ubers level Pokemon. I know Greninja was just sent over to Ubers, but still, Greninja scared me when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out. As he leads off with Lucario, he is going to Mega Evolve, and that's a shiny Lucario right there. And he's going to go straight for the close combat because I'm Klefki. But, however, because I have Prankster, I'm able to go first and Thunder Wave it. So I wanted to try and cripple this Lucario at least slightly. I may not be able to burn it or anything, but I did know that that definitely Thunder Wave would help me out a lot, as I am able to go up for Reflect this turn. Like, all my moves are going first just because I have Prankster. This Klefki's got a pretty simple set with Reflect, Light Screen, Spikes, and Thunder Wave. I don't have any offensive moves on this. This is clearly just supporting, so I can set up and weaken anything that is on my opponent's team that my Keldeo or Lopunny can't take care of right away. So he's going to go for the Swords Dance right here, and I'm just going to go for Spikes, because I was really scared about... I wanted to try and set up as much hazards as I possibly could for whenever he switched out. As he does go for the close combat again here and is able to knock me out with the adaptability boosted close combat from a Mega Lucario, which is super powerful to begin with. So Klefki does go down, and I'm able to go freely into my Landorus team, as I'm guessing he just wanted to... He thought he might outspeed me, but because I am a Choice Scarf Landorus, I'm going to outspeed it and be able to one-shot it with Earthquake. And because he's paralyzed also, he might have forgotten that. So I was able to outspeed and knock out Lucario, which was a threat number 1 down, threat of 6, or technically 5, but number 6 does become a threat at some point. As he does go into his Kyogre, and this is the first time I ever saw Kyogre Primal Revolve, so this is really cool. And on top of that, this was shiny Kyogre. So shiny Primal Kyogre is pretty cool, being all black, and the purple on the tips of its fins is really cool. I've never seen it before, so I really like that. As I am going to send in Nurse, as it is going to be able to take any sort of special hit, because I am fully invested almost in special defense, and I have HP investment, and I'm Eviolite. So as you saw, it did nothing. As the Heavy Rain is going to lift up because of Kyogre leaving, as he is going into Primal Groudon. This is not just regular Groudon, and not only is it not regular Groudon, it's shiny Groudon, and it's shiny Primal Groudon. So I've seen Primal Groudon, Primal Burst anytime. Quick tip, if you're ever playing through Omega Ruby, you have Primal Groudon just sweep through Wallace's team and you're essentially good, because he can't hit you with anything that's really good. And all of his moves otherwise would be resisted. As I do land for the Toxic, I wanted to land Toxic onto the Kyogre because I didn't really have anything for it. But just because he switched, I am going to be able to do something to it later. I do go for the Toxic, so that's 1 Toxic down. And he does go for Lava Plume, as it is again going to do nothing. I guess he was probably hoping for the burn or something. As they do go for Seismic Toss, as the Seismic Toss combination with 3 Toxics is going to be able to knock out this Groudon, which was great. Another threat out of the way, as he does go for Precipice Blades, which does a lot more than I thought it would. Actually, when I was in battle, I thought it was going to knock me out because it's a physical hit. But then, when it didn't, and now when I look back on it, it didn't do as much as I actually was hoping that it would do, or thought it would, or whatever. As Sunlight does fade because he's now out, My Reflect is, however, down, which had probably another reasoning to do why Precipice Blades didn't do as much as it did before, because this Aegislash is coming in here right now, and I didn't really have anything to do for it, and I kind of didn't need my Chansey anymore, as he is able to go for the Sacred Sword, and the Sacred Sword is actually able to knock me out. So I'm guessing the Precipice Blades had a lot to do with the Reflect had just a lot to do with the Precipice Blades not knocking me out right away. I know this guy isn't like probably super competitive, or really isn't too familiar with the meta, so I kind of was just like, I wanted to show this battle because to prove that just because you're battling against a Pokemon that you don't expect to win against, especially if they're in a higher tier, the tiers aren't necessarily what's going to matter. You can still win the match as long as your Pokemon are trained good and you're the better trainer, quote unquote. Because no one's really a better trainer, it's just whether or not you luck out sometimes. As Landorus T is able to do a little bit of a mini sweep right here. I got rid of the Aegislash while it was in Blade form because its defenses were low, and I was able to outspeed and get rid of the Greninja, which was an awesome threat that I need to get rid of. As this Mew does come in here, take some spike damage, I go for Earthquake again because I know I can do a lot to it. I thought I might be able to knock it out and just be able to clean up with Landorus, as he does decide to go for Transform. Now, because I'm Choice Scarfed, I had only one choice, and that was to switch out. So I couldn't do anything to it, and my attack was dropped anyway, so even if I could do something to it, it wouldn't be doing a lot. I am able to go into my Excadrill right here, and he does go for Stone Edge. I'm guessing trying to get rid of my Landorus because he thought I would stay in, but no way was I going to stay in, because I might have needed it later. Just for Primal Groudon, Kyogre, I should say, as he does land a critical hit with the knockoff and pops my Air Balloon with the Stone Edge before, and I'm able to go for Iron Head and knock it out, which is great, because the threat that had become a threat was now out of here, as Primal Kyogre does come back out and is hurt by the Spikes damage again. I'm able to go for an Iron Head. I thought it was my best play because I could possibly flinch it. But it didn't work out, as he is able to go for Ice Beam. I thought Hydro Pump might be a little bit better, but I guess because he didn't want to risk it missing, that's fine. You do you. I go right here into my Mega Lopunny, or my Lopunny, and I will Mega Evolve right here. Lopunny is reacting to the Mega Bracelet, and I have my Mega Lopunny out on the field. I wanted to try and get Keldeo out here, but this team doesn't really necessarily always need Keldeo, because I have Lopunny as a backup, as I am able to go for Fake Out and Fake Out the Kyogre and go for Return and be able to cleanly 2-hit KO it without risking any more losses of my Pokemon, because I saw my team lineup after and I wasn't able to deal with the Primal Kyogre after the fact, because all I had left was Landorus T and Keldeo, which Keldeo probably would have gone down. Landorus T would have definitely gone down if it didn't outspeed. At least it wouldn't have been able to knock it out. But good game, Evan. It was a lot of fun. But just again, a side note on everybody who is watching this video, just because your opponent is using Ubers doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to beat you, because they may not be as experienced as you are in battling, so there's always that. And but just because that's the case with your opponent may not be always the greatest, Uber shouldn't just be running around freely either. The rules in Smogon and like tiering is kind of there for a reason, just because it makes it seem a little more fair and less scary for both trainers. It's not like I'm gonna go in and see all these Pokemon again and I'm freaking out because my team is just like not great probably for those. But anyway, it was a really good game again. I had a lot of fun. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, which is where I got this live stream, video, battle, whatever you want to call it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe with your friend codes and battle codes if you want to have a battle with me yourself, or if you want to see your own battles for Saccharum versus, for U-versus on Wednesday. So be sure you take care of that if you so desire. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anything. The socials are there. But I'm rambling again, as I always do, because it's been about 40 seconds since I last finished the battle. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!